Hello, it's Jim Hutchens for the Jerusalem Connection Spot Report for this week. I think many of you know that my wife, Patty, as I called her, passed away recently, March 31st. We had her funeral last Sunday. And I just want to take a moment to express my great appreciation for so many of you who have written in your condolences and your statements of concern and prayer for us. I can't tell you how meaningful it was to us. God bless you for doing that. In many ways, she was the heart of this ministry. She was certainly the creative aspect of it, all the paintings that she's done, everything that she brought into the ministry. She was my first lady, and I loved her dearly, and I miss her dearly. But since her passing, I have sensed from the Lord that we should make an addition to our ministry, the Jerusalem Connection. And that is to address the issue that through the millennia has been the greatest source of justification for anti-Semitism that exists, and that is namely supersessionism or replacement theology. The Catholic Church adopted it in the Council of Nicaea in AD 325. It's been a part, well, there have been attempts to subdue what it actually means. That's been a part of Catholicism since then. Supersessionism basically is that the church, Christians, have superseded Israel as the covenant people of God. It's blasphemous because it dictates to God something that he does not and has not done. The gifts and the callings of God are irrevocable. And it's our intention to have a series, and we'll be offering, I should say, on Wednesdays. We'll continue our spot reports. You'll receive those on Monday, and you'll receive this series that will initially be an exposition, brief exposition. We're not going to get real academic about it, of Romans 9 through 11, because I think that speaks to the heart of replacement theology. And I am absolutely shocked at how little people know in evangelical churches. It's a hot-button issue. You can be labeled anti-Palestinian if you get too familiar with Romans 9 through 11. Well, it's my intention to make us much more familiar with Romans 9 through 11. Part of this has come to me just recently as a result of an article that appeared in the Jerusalem Post by my friend Earl Cox, and I consider Earl Cox a very dear friend. He called me from Israel expressing his condolences over the passing of my wife. And he's written with great accuracy and great insight into what faces Israel. And he has an article entitled God's Divine Retribution Against Those Who Are Against Israel. His first paragraph reads, a group of Israeli rabbis has issued an open letter warning the United States Secretary of State John Kerry's reckless peace efforts, if they should come to fruition, quote, will result in divine retribution, against those involved. Kerry's, quote, incessant efforts to expropriate integral parts of the Holy Land and hand them over to Mahmoud Abbas' Palestinian terrorist gang amounts to a declaration of war against the creator and the ruler of the universe, according to the rabbi's statement. And they are absolutely right on. The nations that come against Israel will suffer a devastating and humiliating defeat. I don't know when, but it will happen. But what concerns me is not what's done politically. We speak to that, and we will continue to address that. But what concerns me is what's being said or not said by the church and by evangelicals specifically. Supersessionism or replacement theology is gaining ground where it should never have gained ground. And it's some of our most renowned evangelical institutions and teachers and professors. It should never have happened. And it's my intention to bring that to the attention of the viewing public as much as possible. We will continue to have our spot reports. They will come to you on Monday. And the series that I'm referring to from Romans 9 through 11 that I've entitled, I Tell You the Truth. And I do that based upon, if you look at a concordance and you see the time, the way that the word truth and the times that it's used in the gospel, it's used most often by Jesus. And he's saying, I tell you the truth. And by God's grace, that's what I will do. I will tell you the truth based upon the scriptures, and particularly as we start this series through Romans 9 through 11. It's a call out, if you will, against supersessionism and against replacement theology. It is a blasphemous heresy that's been tolerated through the church for centuries. It must be called out for what it is and who it is that's sponsoring it. So look for it on Wednesdays. We'll continue our Friday e-newsletter, but something must be done, and it's our intention to address the whole issue, the blasphemous issue of replacement theology. Till next week, Od Ki Yavo Shiloh. Till Messiah comes, Yevarech Yahweh. God bless you.